Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. In the last episode, let me speed things up a little bit over here. In the last episode, we built this and I did rejig it a little bit in between episodes. So I straightened these up a little bit, but I also allocated this little path over here. So I think what we're probably going to do is we're going to connect this road here, maybe do a little bit of a roundabout here to kind of connect these things together. And then maybe we'll have another kind of road going over the top this way and then joining into this direction. But that's something for the future. For the time being, I think this is completely okay in terms of what we're planning. Now, what I might do is I might start getting a little bit of construction going on with these. So let's get them to start working. What I might also do is I might just suspend the construction of these bridges for the time being. And ultimately, we'll finish off this and connect that in over here. Let us close off a few of these messages. Our money is looking brilliant. Okay, let's see our progress over here. We are working our way towards getting something in place so that we can do some mechanical component construction. We have built this one over here, and so I think for the time being, I'll just let the buses continue going in this direction. How much is this train taking away for us? It is taking away, 14 tons. That's a reasonable amount there. What is our wear and tear? Oh, 0%? I like it. 0% wear and tear only. I don't know if we're actually seeing any improvements made to it, but for the time being, I think that's okay. Money is holding. Let's have a look at the last month's income. So if we go to last month, imports again with some chemicals here, but I am not going to break my head over that. Let's just get it kind of sorted. The rest of the stuff is pretty good. Hazardous waste is starting to cost us a little bit. So waste management is definitely something that we will move into in the not too distant future. This thing is a problem because how are we going to service it? Okay, so let it drop off some people. Let it drop it off. Then I think I'm going to send it in here. Potentially they will dispatch a vehicle from the maintenance to come and fix it in this area. So let's quickly do that. I think if I do, once it's delivered its people, I will send it in over here and we'll see if that does anything for us. Heading to depot or workplace. Okay, so it's coming in here, I believe. Right? Yeah, it's coming in here. Once it's in here, I want to see if we're actually going to get something to come in and deliver it and come and repair it. Wear and tear 40%? Wow. I just want to see if that does the trick because that's kind of the thing that I'm hopeful will work. I love this little city, right? It looks so good now that it's kind of well established. Just want to see if we can get this guy to get repaired. Okay, so once it's parked. Okay, so it's parked at the moment. Now the question is, are these guys dispatching something to go and do sort out a ship? There's a lot of stuff in the list, it seems. So allowed vehicle types, it is allowed ships. So, what I can also do is let's up our, I think someone's commented this a long time ago. There we go. Get some extra stuff in here. Hopefully that will resolve some of these numbers. I would love to see us getting something dispatched to come and fix the ship here. Where is this vehicle? Oh, Harbor Vehicle Repair Station. Working for the Vehicle Repair Station. Working for Harbor Vehicle. Cornoe Ship Dock. Cornoe Harbor. No. This is Cornoe Harbor Vehicle Repair Station. So I'm not sure if it's going to... It is. It should send someone there. Let's leave it there for a little bit and just check what's happening. This guy is missing out on some resources. Mechanical components, I imagine. Yeah, mechanical components are being delivered. So slowly making its way through all of these vehicles. This vehicle is on its way. I wonder if I procure another covered hull. Right, if I add just another small vehicle to the mix here. Yeah, I don't want to pay too much for it. Let's just get one of those guys and see if we can get multiple vehicles. Ah, there we go. It is on the list. So a vehicle will be dispatched to go and sort it out. This vehicle has about 2.5 tons of service materials on the mix. I do wonder what is the service material requirement for this guy. So if I have a look at this guy, can we have a look at its service requirements? Service repair in progress. I'm not sure actually whether it'll need multiple trips. That's kind of what I'm worried about. Maybe this small little vehicle is in fact going to need multiple trips. So if we look at that again, oh man, multi trips there. So that wasn't a good idea. Unemployment too high. This is interesting. You don't have loyalty issue without a job. Now that's fine. I don't mind the unemployment. This will be sorted out. Prison, excellent. That's good. Okay, what I am looking for. Hang on. So this is kind of slowly doing its thing. That's fine. Unemployment too high wasn't too big of a deal. I think that's okay. Ooh. Why are we spending so much money? I did buy an extra vehicle. That's okay. Shouldn't be the end of the world, really. Okay. Let's move over this way and see what's going on here. Ooh. Are we progressing? We're progressing pretty well here. We won't actually use... Oh, we will use this fairly straight away. We need to start building this. Let us get an extra road in place over here, please, and make a start on that construction. Let's have a look what's going on over here. Is this construction underway or not? Oh, it's not actually being assigned. So if we want the road, border construction office, yeah, these two. So let's assign these two over here to make a start on that. And this one is done. Okay. Now, let us see if we switch on this. We want a little bit of a roundabout, potentially over here. I'll see. Let's get it. Let's get it a little closer on this side. And what I'll do is I will remove that one out of there because we're going to bring something up and just join it in over here. So let's actually expand this a little bit. To say over there, I'm going to trim this guy back over here. That's fine. And then what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to get this to be a bit of a more natural thing over here. So let's see if we do kind of something like this over here. Right. So now the plan would be that we, that we tie this one in like so, and that one in like so. So there we go. So now we're moving that straight up again. What we'll also want to do is do a bit of a tie off over here, something like so. Maybe if we don't tie that in next to it. Okay, maybe we'll need to work on this a little bit more. So the idea really is I think I want to do a little bit of a roundabout over here. Yeah, probably something a little bit more sizable like that. Trim that back and we'll tie the rest in there. Yes, so something like that. I'll grab this, and what we'll do is we'll tie that one in there. I think that's okay. Let's just have a look at what that looks like. Yeah, that's going to be That's going to be all fine to get off of here and tie in on this side. Similarly, I'm going to want to tie this guy in. Actually, let's straighten that up just a tad there. Oh, we might want to do... So what I'll do is I'll just trim this back a little bit more. And we'll tie that in. I think that's pretty cool. And then what we'll do is we'll tie in on this side. So that'll give us a bit of an interchange to get on there. Plus, we could always run something across this way as well. I think it might be something that we ultimately do if we needed the extra access point. So that's really what it is, what it's going to be like. Now, the only other piece I have here is maybe we need to just flare these out a little bit. You know, our standard kind of setup. Something like that, and like can we remove that? Let's quickly pop in there, get rid of that. Yes, beautiful. Get rid of that and then try and tie something in a little bit like this. So I like it's a little bit more kind of just marginal there. So something like that. And presumably we can remove this one here as well now. Yes, beautiful. Okay, so if we were to just do a bit of a straight line. Oops, not that one. This one. Just do a little bit of a straight line over here. Can we... Yeah, that should work. And tie that one in there. Beautiful. That is awesome. Now we can tie those together and we could probably oops, make a start on this. Give me a normal one there. So get that in mind and we will go ahead and assign construction over here to try and get these things to slowly get done. Okay, so there we go. That's our kind of interchange in this location. We'll get the rail and everything to move through there as well. Let's switch off these things. That is going to be our interchange for access towards that area over there. We'll obviously also have some roads running along the other side there, but that's just a bit of an extra connection over here. And it could also tie in to kind of connect through this area and back up to some other areas as well. Okay. How is our construction going? Pretty reasonable. This is very close to being done. Wow, we've lost a lot of money. Let's quickly check that out. If we go and have a look at last month, this seems unreasonable. Electronics. Every now and again, we have an electronics import that ends up costing us a lot. We had steel imports, but we didn't have any. Wow, power is starting to reach up there. Yeah, so we had a number of different things that we imported that was a little bit expensive. That's not a every month import. So hopefully we'll kind of get it there. This is going to be finished off in just a minute. We do want to make sure that we're finishing off the rest of these things as well. We're pretty close to being able to start doing a few things. This will take a little bit of time. Let's quickly high priority this up. And we'll high priority that. That doesn't necessarily need to be high priority. Maybe we make one a high priority. This is done now. Okay. So we do now need to deliver steel over here, which is a next big step for us. This is going to be a little while longer to get us there. But everything should be working. As soon as we get steel in the mix here, everything should be fine. Let's go back over here. Have we finished the repair? I believe we have. Wear and tear is 37. Okay, that's okay. Well, let's just make a start again. Okay, do your thing. The wear and tear is fine. I do like the fact that we're actually doing a reasonable job at keeping all of our vehicles sorted out. We will need to do some more in the new Satomic area of the city, to be honest. Okay, this is coming up again. So it was just a pretty challenging month, the month of March. But now things are moving up again. What is our productivity looking like over here? Not at all what I would like to see. So why do we not have more workers coming in? because we do have a fair bit of unemployment, especially in this area. So how many people do I have waiting at my local bus station here? A lot. And we do have the terminal is full. Okay. So we would like Cornoe Clothing Workers B, which is this one, coming here. We would need an extra bus. So I'm going to buy another bus over here. I believe that is the one. Okay, let's just buy another bus there. It's not too pricey. And if we then assign it to set vehicle to Cornoe Clothing Workers B, please, and make a start. Thank you. Just gonna try and get more workers out there because we do have a ton of them kind of just hanging out in this area. What is the other? Cornoe Hills workers as well. And then we do have a Cornoe Harbour local passengers. Let's just have a look at this line. Sorry, not that. Let's have a look at this line. How many vehicles? We've got 2 on them. I'm kind of wondering if we need to add more. Yeah, potentially we need 1 more on that as well. So let's buy another vehicle here. We're dropping under that number. Let's buy another vehicle and we'll assign it to Cornoe Harbour local passengers, and we'll make a start on that as well. Just to try and move a little bit more of these workers or a little bit more people off of the platform. Because we are struggling. This is just, we're filling these buses up pretty nicely, to be honest. Yeah, as long as we keep filling these things up, and then hopefully we'll get more workers out over here, and we'll continue to expand our operation. It's looking reasonable. And on this side, we're only putting a handful of people in there. We're not importing any food, are we? Let's just double check that. If we go to last month and look at the imports. We had a food import going on. Okay, let's we can't really bump it up unless we move a lot more crops. I am wondering whether we're in a position to... What is this? This is clothing distribution. These guys are struggling. I'm kind of wondering whether we start bringing in some trains to move some of this stuff. How much is there? Very little bit of steel, actually. Okay, what's going on with the rest of this stuff? We do need... we could start operating now, I guess. Once this is done, we could really start operating. Okay, so I think the first thing we're going to do... Okay, that's fine. I don't mind it just sparked like that. So this is underway. I think the first thing we would like to do... Let's high priority this so we can get this built fairly quickly. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the bus that's currently running this area. Okay, Sith Steel Workers. Okay, we're going to... Industrial steel mill. So after that, we're actually going to park here instead, and we're going to remove the industrial steel mill, and we're going to park it there. So now we're going to have workers go in through these various areas. They're going to walk their way through there. Okay, we're busy moving steel around. So now we'll have workers here. What we do need to get is a little bit of steel onto this area here. So what we can do is we've got a distribution, right? Got a steel distribution. Okay, so that's fine. So what we'll also do is we'll pop this one in there, and we will unload some steel over there. Maybe not up to like 30%, but maybe 20% of the steel. Actually, no, we need more. We need that. That needs to be up nice and high. And we might just procure ourselves one extra open hull vehicle over here. Something that's reasonably speedy and reasonably Let's have a look at our capacities, please. So I think this guy is the one. Let's grab another one of those, and it should go ahead and pick up steel here if it has steel. Oh, yeah. So steel is being produced, so that's what's kind of happening at the moment. So once that's busy, once it's ready, we'll start moving it over to this side, and I think that's going to be the plan. Okay, so that we should see. Okay, yeah, tons of people working out over here now. Let's drop that down to, say, 30 workers only, and we'll see what we can get from there. Then once we'll get all of this built, we'll start exporting some mechanical components and at least do we'll stop the import of mechanical components. Lots of workers out on site here, but no actual asphalt. Kind of tempted to see if we should tie these things together, but for the time being, we'll just let all of this stuff. We don't actually need any of these roads in action just yet, so we'll keep it there. This is like it looks like an office, to be honest, with all of that. If you compare it to the steel mill, I mean, this looks way more industrial. Even like the kind of workshop-y components of it, yeah, looks a lot less officey. This really kind of looks like an office. Okay, we're around about $300,000 worth of tourism money. We are waiting for deliveries over here. This should have some steel. No, not yet. When is it actually going to get some steel? What is this guy doing? It's taking 2 mechanical components. Okay, beautiful. So it will go and drop off some stuff over there. So we'll see a start of some mechanical components being created, but a little. Oh, it's because this guy kind of arrived, and now okay, that's okay. Don't mind that too much. So we'll see some mechanical components being produced. Yeah, that's a minuscule amount. 0.05 tons of mechanical components. Okay, we really need to get the steel to come over this way. So what I might do for the time being is we might stop the loading. Just for the time being, we'll stop the loading so we will stop sending the steel out. Start moving it this way instead. Yeah, we need to get the steel out over this way. Steel is being produced at a reasonable pace. I would love to see us moving some more of this steel. I'm guessing it's waiting for a full load, which will be 13 tons. It'll get to 13 tons pretty quickly now, I think. So we'll keep an eye on that. And I'm hoping that means we will start generating a little bit more income. Yeah, I think when it gets to 13 tons, it'll start moving some steel over to the other side. But yeah, we're going to need to use this number actually. Maybe 20 of them. That's going to be just fine, I think. Not going to need any more. I think once it gets 13 here, the truck will move. And that's not done yet, but we need to move it over there that way anyway. We'll get ourselves a little bit of a truck over here in due course. Oh, there it goes. Assuming it's going to take it over to, industrial mechanical components. What are we taking this up to? So let's just take this up to like 80 or something. So we would like to, well, for the time being, we'll move it over to this facility here in due course. Yeah, loading up pretty quickly over there. Okay. We're not exporting the steel anymore now, so we'll see about exporting mechanical components, to be honest. So this is doing a reasonable job. Let's limit the amount here and make sure. Oh, here's the mechanical components. We're going to do mechanical components only over here. So it's going to be 0 tab 0. Tab 0, 100, 0, 0, 0, and there we go. So that's going to be 425 tons of mechanical components only through into this area here. So this should be generating reasonable amounts. of mechanical components. Excellent. So now we have mechanical component. Let's just rename these to say mech component distribution. Okay, and this one will be exports. Mech components exports. Okay, so we'll leave it, we'll park it there. Okay, we'll grab ourselves one vehicle. We would like a covered hull with a high enough capacity. I think that's the one. We're going to grab that one. We're going to say you are going to load up over there and you are going to distribute to, let's pause it while we do that. We're going to unload there and we are going to unload over here. I guess that's correct, right? Oh, no, it's not that one. It is this one. So we'll need to just change that to the other one there. Let's clear out that one and we will add mechanical components over here and we'll do that. What I'd also like to do is I'd like to up these to 50, maybe 60% so that we fill them up nice and good. It is picking up from, okay, let's just say, rename this as the Atomic mech component warehouse. Come on, warehouse, there we go. Stop production. That's okay, don't mind that. Okay, so that should be doing a reasonable job. So once we have all of those things, so let's get these things to run a little bit. Oh, this is done now. Okay. Let's limit the amount. We're gonna say steel only. Done. So it can take about 330 tons of steel. So we'll pause this for a second. What we'll do is we will add this spot over here. Okay, so we'll unload that, and maybe to say 10% is going to be just about fine. And what we'll do is we'll remove that one from the mix. Okay, good. So now it'll start running this area instead. 10% here will be a 33 tons, so that's going to be okay for the time being. You just need to create a lot more steel, basically. So potentially another train. Anyway, that's bringing in a lot of stuff so we can create a lot more steel. So at the moment, I think the next piece of this puzzle is for us to probably add yet another train to the mix so that we can move a little quicker with some of these things. We've got a lot of dead time with employees, kind of workers hanging around without any steel in the mix here. Kind of tempted to connect it through here because at the moment it's kind of running in there, running around, where if we could run through, be a little bit more interesting. So could we, oops, don't want to do that. Let's clear that one out. Just want to check, could we run something through here? Doesn't want to. Doesn't want to look to be the case, actually. If we were to run it straight through there, seems like it should be working, actually. Really? It doesn't want to work? It seems like it should. If we... Well, the other option is for us to try this side and run it through here somewhere. Even that's going to be a bit of a disaster. So what we might actually do is we might just kind of extend these roads and see where and when we tie them together. I mean, we could run a little something through here. Yeah, maybe that's the... Well, It's not like that's going to be any closer than that way around. But multiple ways around might be a good idea. Traffic jam is exactly at the gravel where I would have expected it to be. How is our road building going? Yeah, slowly happening over here. So it is continuing. Okay, now we need to recover from... April was another pretty shocking bad month, though we did buy a lot of vehicles. So hopefully it's going to slowly resolve itself now. That building is without power supply, but I don't necessarily think it needs a power supply. This is, working its way through here. I kind of hope that we have sufficient amounts of steel so that we can keep filling that one up. And then at some point we're going to need to start doing the exports once we've got all of these things filled up to what we would like. That at least it's not asking for too much there. It's 40 tons, and we're going to say up that to say 30 tons or something. And this one over here is, that one's looking for a little bit more actually. Okay, so we're going to move a little bit more mechanical components into our supply chain before we're going to get to the end. Yeah, that's good. 6.5 tons moving over there. More construction underway. We're kind of using it up. Okay, good. Okay, so this is kind of now running, right? We've got our next piece of the action going, though I am super worried about what's happening over here. Let's get to the end of May, and then we'll see what's going on. We've got no construction underway at the moment, so we shouldn't have much more costs associated over here. We've dropped a fair bit in terms of our unemployment, which I'm guessing is down to this platform being better utilized, which would mean that these should be generating a lot more clothing as long as we don't run out of crops. So the big ticket item for us here is about not running out of crops. I am tempted to start planning our second train that can just very cheaply bring us in some crops, because I think that's the big ticket item for the time being. At least from a food perspective, we could then move it from here to there. I think instead of, well, we'll do imports as well, but maybe what we'll do is we'll just go from here to there and have that one as the import backup. Okay, let's have a look at what we can do from a rail perspective. So we've got the rail potentially wanting to go in here for clothing, but that's okay. This one I think is the bigger ticket item. So if we're saying you're coming in from this side and going back out that side, might be a little bit easier for us to do. So if we were to do something like this, and then we could, hang on, no, it's going to come in like that. So we could do that and then go back out this way, or come in this way and then go out that way. It's just about where you would want the conflict. Okay, so we're not going to go up the hill there. So the issue is really, do we want to tie in anything else here? And I think the answer for that is really no. So what we might do, I'll do that. Yeah, I think I'm going to run it in. Let's do the F4 to do the snapping. So if we do something like this and we then tie it in like that, okay. That's okay. And then what we'll do is we'll do this and we'll tie it in like so. Let's switch this on. Yeah, I think that's okay. We'll tie it in like that. So that should give enough room to have a train parked in there. Let's switch that on for construction. and see. This guy should be moving out, right? Is it assigning? It is not. So if we were to assign it, this one here, there it goes. But now the issue is really we don't have any. So now we'll have to do signaling. So let's do some signaling. Okay, so signaling. Chain over there, chain over here, and chain over there. Okay. And then non-chains, just kind of standard semaphores into all of these directions. Do that. We'll need to do some chain stuff over here, I think. Actually, it doesn't have to be a chain. It'll just do that. We will need to... Oh, these actually... you know what? These will be mixed signals. That one will be mixed. This one will be mixed. And they'll be able to go into any of these locations. And what we'll do is we'll just do that, that, and that. So you can go into any of these things. Okay, now we've got that sorted out. Let's continue to do some signaling over here. So we'll need a bit of a chain there. And this side out this way. We would want any direction. So this will be a mixed signal. Okay, and then this one will be out that way. And this one will be a chain going into this direction. There we go. Then out on this side, we will have a mixed signal. We'll have a chain here, a chain there, and some standard block signals, semaphores over here to kind of do that. That's pretty good. Here again, we will need to do chain, 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 and some block signals. Okay, good stuff. Okay. Oh, this is doing its thing. We've got a bit of an issue here, though. This guy won't be able to go straight through. Okay, yeah, so now it's stuck. Okay, let's pause it for a second because it's stuck now. We can't actually get it to crisscross here at all. Could we, hang on. Could we do that? If we actually, maybe let's just do the wooden one. Could we do the wooden one? No, I need to do... let's do the knot snapping. I think knot snapping will be easier. Yeah, I think we can run a wooden one. Come on, I just need it to work. Just a small little one. Okay, can we try it maybe from somewhere over here? Yeah, okay, let's do that. And I might just have to pay for that to ensure this guy can actually run in the right direction, okay? So what we'll need to do is we'll need to do this. We'll need to do that. We'll need to do a chain here, and we'll need to do a chain there. That should get us out on this side. I think that should be sufficient, right? You're going to go back. You're going to do your thing. Okay. That doesn't seem to be... Is this a joke? We built that section, not this section. Okay, I think it's going to work. Can you not get... Okay, hang on. I think if we send it back, it should now be able to build it, by getting back out this way. just so that we can get this is where track building becomes really interesting and frustrating at the same time. But I'm assuming that little section there will allow us to build it. And then the rest of this will kind of operate okay. But let's just continue quickly with our signals here. Ooh, actually, hang on. Pause it for a second. I think we're struggling a little bit. Let's go to last month. Imports, again with the electronics. But the rest is kind of okay. I'm not too... Why do we have a clothing import? I don't like it. I do not like it. The rest is okay. Mechanical components should stop now. Okay. And if you look at the exports, lots of clothing exports. Even some steel. Okay. I think we're okay. We just need to kind of get a handle on our imports. Last month's imports. Just go again. That's okay. We need to get a handle on these things. Clothing really shouldn't be happening. If clothing wasn't there, we would have had a better position. So let's quickly have a look at our clothing distribution situation. So you're loading up at the clothing warehouse. And what is this one? And over here, you're loading up food. Okay. And then you're taking that to everywhere else. And then you're exporting. And I guess that is the issue, right? We shouldn't be exporting as much. So maybe let's build another small distribution office over here. Let's stick with the theme. We're doing these guys. Another small distribution office like so in that location right there. And that could presumably be, well, kind of tempted to give it a little bit more. So if we were to do this, like so, we can get a little bit of extra room in here as well. So what I want to do is want to do that. Okay, so let's get cracking on some construction over there. We'll leave that extra room there, so we could probably do another one here or there, whatever. We'll look at that a little bit. Just make a bit more room there for a better export opportunity. So let's see. This guy should now work much better. I do find it interesting that I just swapped the tracks that was built from there to there. But let's see. This you should be able to get out of here. Going in there. There we go. Switched back. When you return, it really should be workable. So let's get it to build. It'll continue until it gets through here, in which case it'll switch on this side. Well, while we're at it, actually, let's quickly do maybe a little bit of a chain signal there and just the standard signal this way. And we can just kind of, actually, it's probably better off we do it that side, and we'll just clear this one out. So it's just a bit of a block size change. So let's move it into the middle there a little bit better. We'll do that. So there we go. That should work. Now, this guy should be able to get back home now. Yeah. Now, the one thing that is obviously problematic is if we want to electrify here, it'll be a bit of a challenge for us. Can we please recover? Can we get our exports to pop a little bit more? What's this look like? Okay, I think we're at a position now where we've put sufficient stuff in here for our 60%, yeah? I think that's 60% that we're trying to achieve. Going to 60? Yeah, 60 over there is good. And over here, I'm guessing we're good too. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll buy one more vehicle and we'll start the export journey. So let's do again, we'll do the covered hulls and we'll grab this guy. And this is export. So we're going to say, you're going to pick up over here. We're going to leave how much in there? We're not even close to 10% yet. So we'll leave 10% in there. That's fine. And then we'll start doing the export over there. Okay. So we'll do that. So it's not going to be ready to do it just yet, but hopefully fairly soon. Still doing a reasonable job here. We still have a bit going on there. Wouldn't mind doing this a little bit quicker, but anyway, I don't think we've got a lot going for ourselves. Maybe we drop this down to 15. And we're out. Need a little bit more. Train should hopefully be back soon. Not seeing it just yet. No, still loading up over there. We're almost in a position to make this work. Let's have a quick look at the rest of the signaling here because we're going to need it. So we'll do a chain over there. It's going to be this one, this one, this one, or that one. Okay. So it's going to be this one, or that one. And then what we'll do is we'll do... No, what's this? There, or here. And we'll do that one coming through there. All good. Now, a little bit of spaghetti over here. Let's do there, and there, and here. Okay, and over there. And then we'll do... So all the routes where you go into the intersection is a chain signal. And then coming out is kind of where you do your block signals. Something like that. And I believe... Let's put it in over there. So I think that is... Vision, this is pretty complex over here, to be honest. It's running through here at the moment. Get a chain in there. Get a chain over there. Get a chain over here. These things are pretty close together, I think. Oh, we need one more chain. Oh, no. We need one more chain over here. Okay, there we go. And then the outbounds. So it's all right-hand drive over here. Right-hand railings. Okay, so all of that should be working. Okay, so this stuff. This needs to be a mixed signal. What is this? Why is that? Is that? Oh, there's a section of construction that's needed still here. There's something like that. And it'll do this. Okay, so let's get out. Yeah. So there's still some construction going on over here. Why would it not allow you to get out, though? Yeah, still unloading. If we do more mixed signals over here. Is it stuck? It's stuck. Okay, you know what I'll do? Let's clear out all of this and all of that. And even that guy. And even this guy. So it's in there. That's one big block. So now it should be fine. That'll just handle this entire thing as one big block. That's okay. I think that's going to be just fine. It should be able to run quite easily through that side. What is going on? Oh, this section is not under construction yet, so let's quickly just assign that. I wouldn't mind getting that up to speed as well. Our money, I'll have a look at our money in just a minute. Here it comes. Okay, what's going on over here? We didn't quite resolve it in June, but July is already looking reasonable, but obviously very early days for July. But June, we barely got through there. But the idea is potentially another train that's going to bring in crops over here, and then we can move crops from this to that. And we should hopefully be creating lots more clothing. This is under construction, so hopefully we won't see the imports of additional clothing once we get that moving. This should run through pretty easily. I hope that kind of finishes off this section. I don't think it's going to make it. Doesn't actually say much about how far it could go. It's probably going to need another round. Okay, still looking pretty good on the exports. I would love to see that number stabilizing a little bit more. What's the situation with our loan? If I have a quick look at our loan, we still have about 800,000 left here on this loan. Oh, I hope it gets there. It is so close. Just want to finish this section off, really. You know what? It's going to stop like there. Yeah, so it needs one more round. Oh, how can you be stuck? Gotta be kidding me. Anyway, that's fine. As long as we get it done, that's okay. What's the status over here? I think our exports are actually running. Did we see? Yeah, we've got a vehicle out and about, taking in 6.5 tons to export. So that is looking pretty good. So we'll start getting a bit of an export out over there as well. It's still got the stuff on there. It's not moving, actually. Now it's moving. Oh, yeah, it was in the queue. Okay, get the export out. Oof. It's a bit of a struggle, but we should be getting it there. So we shouldn't be importing any more mechanical components, and hopefully we can move a little bit quicker on some of these items. So chemicals should really be ready to go all the time. And we're almost done. One more little section. So the train is coming through to come and finish this section off. And then we can, in the next episode, look at procuring a train, which I think we can get a pretty cheap one. Because this is fairly close, we could get a reasonably cheap one that's a bit slow. Hopefully that guy wouldn't get stuck behind it too often. That's good. Go and finish off this last section, and then I think we'll close out the episode. Yeah, it's been a good one, and I think we've managed to get the mechanical components up and running. I just hope we can stabilize this now. We really should be where we should be in a position where things will stable out now. Really? You're going to go all the way the other way? I doubt. You're going to go up to here, then you're going to turn around again and move on out. Okay, so what we'll do, we need another chain signal over there, and we need another block signal over here, and we don't actually need that little section. That's just going to be there in case we need a bit of a turnaround. I think in order to do the electrification, we're going to have to put a number of little turnarounds in place to allow some of the electrification to happen eventually. Alternatively, we need to park and remove all of our trains from the track. I think that might almost be easier to get that done that way. Okay, guys, we'll leave it there. Our crop is set up. Maybe we'll have a quick look. If we wanted to buy a train, right, I would like a diesel locomotive And we've got these that are pretty cheap. I can't afford the others, but we could maybe afford these guys. Pig. We get the pigs. Get a pig. Why are they different? Oh, yeah, these are a bit... Anyway, I think I'm going to quickly do that. I'm going to buy one pig. Pretty slow, though. And then we're going to go with cargo wagons. That is going to do what for us? We want a closed wagon. Give me a boxcar. 53. I'll do the slightly cheaper version here. Yeah, we'll go with the slightly cheaper version. And what we'll do is we'll grab 2 of them. Okay, so we'll just do that one. This will give us 100 tons, right? So I'm going to grab this guy and I'm going to say, pop in over here, load up on that, and then drop it off over here, unload everything, wait until unloaded, and just do a start, right? Let's quickly see that one come in. It's going to go and get some diesel first. It's a pretty slow one. But I'm hopeful that that's 100 tons of, that's 100 tons of crops. So it's going to be, we could obviously add more to the mix, right? If we do a second one of them, they could run in between. So this guy should be able to pick up diesel fairly easily here. Yeah, doesn't even take that much diesel, but it's pretty slow. So that's the thing, right? It's only going to run at 40. The other train is definitely going to be stuck behind it. So we'll need to have a bit of a look. But the interesting thing about this is you can have multiple little trains. And it is running at max speed, right? It is running at 40. So we could add an extra wagon to the mix, right? As well. I just want to quickly see this because I think that'll help us quite a lot. But yeah, okay, so we've actually got the other train in position at the moment. So it's going to be a bit of a waiting game there. Come on. Okay, 30 more tons. So once it gets here, it's about 5. But anyway, it'll really help to continue the production here. So we don't actually run out of crops. And then what I'll do is I'll actually divert this guy to pick up over here and unload over there. Yeah. So I think that's going to be... I'll quickly do that and then we'll end the episode. It's been a long one. Can we finish off loading over here? Thank you. You should be pretty much done. Yeah. So actually our exports is winning apart from the cost of the new train. Yeah, but obviously the imports are going to become more costly as we're going to use these trains to move things. I do love the little pig. So much cheaper. What's the pig doing? Oh yeah, it's loading pretty quickly actually. Excellent, get out of here. Yeah, we can't actually, I don't actually think we can do bypasses unless we do an extra track. Anyway, this this part of the track won't ultimately be really busy. What we'll do is we'll finish off the construction here, and then this area will be served by this train station, by this border post in this area. So this one could actually just run in and out with these imports. I think let's just get the train here. Painfully slow, actually. Could bypass through here. Yeah. I do wonder if it's that active. But it's, oh man, it's painful. I think this will help us a lot with the crop stuff, right? can only have like 40 people in here anyway. Let's just have a look. Love this little train. Look at that guy. It's a tiny little train. I've never used one of these. They're super slow. It's really a shunting train that you just shunt stuff very close by, just moving a lot of stuff in a very short little distance. How's this going? Import, export. We're doing okay. So this is unloading quite quickly. So now we should be okay. So now what I'm going to do is just pause this for a second. We're going to remove the customs house. What is this? This is Swedes. So here we're going to load. Right. And we'll leave like 10% in there. And on this side, we are going to remove it completely. So now what we'll do is we'll move it over to the other side. And we'll get it up to about 50% at least. So let's do that. Hopefully that means that we're going to have a lot more reliable supply of crops, which ultimately will mean more exports and the like. So now the question is, are we going to run out of this before the train gets back? And I think the answer is yes, indeed. So this is, yeah, anyway. Is this guy... No, only unloading on the one side there. Yeah, here we go. That guy's stuck. So what I quickly want to see here is if this guy will actually try and bypass it. I don't think it will. Just want to see if that works. Is it going to try? No, it's not going to try. So unfortunately, that's a little bit of a problem. Is going to get stuck. But anyway, once he's there, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to leave it there. I'll see you in the next episode where we'll continue our journey and hopefully we get our financial situation in a good position. I think it will be, actually. I think it will be. Okay, see you next time. Bye-bye.